Today you're going to see how to use VoterClick to update or change a participant. Now, a participant can be a delegate or an officer. So we're going to see how to enter new participants, update participant information, remove offices or roles from a participant, and how to do a substitute for the Republican County Convention. So I have already logged into VoterClick, voterclick.com. If you don't have an account, there is another video for how to get a VoterClick account. Once I logged in, I'm going to select Manage Rosters for all of these activities. In the drop-down menu, the first option is Delegates and Officers, and I'm going to select that by clicking on it. Now you see I'm logged in as a precinct chair, and so the precinct shows up. This is the precinct that I'm going to be dealing with. Then you get to this page. Now in this page, you find the person that you want to change. You're going to find the participant. This is Manage Participants. You find it in two ways. First, you can find it on the voter list using this area at the top, or you can find it in the current list of participants below. So for this person, I'm going to enter a new delegate who has not been a delegate before, and so I'm going to go ahead and enter that information here. So I'm going to locate this voter who is on my list, but is not already is on my information from caucus, but is not on this list. If I click on Look Up Name, I find it here. Now, if that doesn't show up, you can uncheck the box for Search Republicans Only. Maybe the person is still unaffiliated. Or you can put in just the last name and get all the people who match. Or you can put in the last name and part of the first name, and you'll get all the people who match. So once you have the right person, you click on that name, and then you get this screen. This is where you provide the information. Now in this case, I need to enter an email address, and we always put some kind of a note in here, reason for this change. The reason why we do that is because I can use this Change History button to see who has made changes in VoterClick and why to this particular record. So as a precinct chair, these are the things that you have a responsibility over. You can select county delegates. So let's make this person the precinct secretary by just checking the box. If you want to remove someone from an office, you just uncheck the box. So here we're going to update the information. And now, if we look at the information below, we can see that Cynthia has been added to the information about the precinct. Okay, so that's how you enter a new delegate. To update a delegate, we're going to take a look at this one. Now, this one is in red. Red means that we don't yet have the voter ID. This has not been yet verified with the state voter registration database. So I'm going to update this because I have new information from this voter. What this asking is this information cannot be verified because the date of birth is missing. To verify the registration information, it needs the address and the date of birth as well. So I'm going to go ahead and put in the address, which I requested from the delegate by calling them on this phone number, and their date of birth, which I'm entering here. Now for the video, I have to blur this out so you won't see what I'm typing, but I'm just entering the address or the address and the phone number of the delegate. Then when I scroll down here, I'm just going to hit Update Information, and now this individual has, if you see here on the list, this individual is no longer red. That's because their voter information has been verified. So let's see if we want to update this person, less by removing some of this person's offices. So let's say that we're going to remove this person as a delegate. Okay, so if you want to replace a delegate, you first remove the one that you're replacing. So we're going to remove this person as a county delegate elected, and then we're going to save that. And you'll notice that now in this box right here, it lists all of the offices this person holds. So if you hover over it, it'll explain what it is: central committee, precinct chair, and state delegate. Okay? So that's how you remove someone from an office. Now, to add an office for someone, you just do it the opposite way. You pull up the record, and I'm going to say the reason why I'm making a change here, and the reason is I'm just demonstrating to you. So the reason we want to make that clear is because every time a change is made, emails are sent out. An email is sent out to the person that you are changing, to the precinct chair, to the district chair, and to the party secretary, so that there's complete accountability and transparency. Now you notice that the precinct chair is checked here because this person is a precinct chair, but the precinct chair does not have control over the precinct chair office. Only the district leader or the county party secretary can make someone a precinct chair. So the precinct chair only has the ability to enter the things that they have control over. So if I go ahead and update this information, it'll send out those addresses again. And then let me just show you that history. If I go back into this record and I click on, if I scroll down here to see change history, then I'll be able to view the history up at the top here. So this shows who made each change, the date and time, what changes were made, and then the explanation that was entered as to why the changes were made. So we have a complete history of all the changes made to this participant going back to the time that they were first entered into the system. Now also note that if someone says, well, I'm not sure if I'm in the right district, I'm not sure if I'm in the right precinct or whatever, if we have their name and address and birth date, you can use this button here, verify state database requires DOB. You know, I already know it requires a DOB. So as soon as you click that, it'll come back and say this was verified by the state voter database, or it'll explain that it can't be verified because there's not enough information. Now let's see how to do a substitute. So we've already seen how to add a new delegate, how to update delegate information, or how to remove offices or delegate status from a person. Now I'm going to show how to do a substitute. So let's say that I find out that this Sarah Glad is, who is a county delegate, is not able to attend the convention for some reason. So we're going to we have to make someone else a substitute. So if I go down here to substitute, I see county substitute. That's a substitute for the county convention. A substitute is, as it says here in the help, only for the county convention. It's only for that one convention. So if I click on substitute, then it's going to ask me who is the substitute for. And if we see that we see that it's Sarah Glad is the person we're substituting for. When I update this information, now you see that I see on the line for Sarah that Sarah is going to be substituted by Cynthia Glad. In other words, Cynthia Glad is going to substitute for Sarah. And I also see that here under Cynthia is also marked that she is substituting for Sarah Glad. So we can tell and identify who's the substitute and who's being substituted for. Of course, on every screen there is information here about how to get help. If you need help, just email support@sarahnimbus.com. Now we can see how to check if you have the right number of voters, or excuse me, the right number of delegates for your precinct. So I'm going to go in here to manage rosters. I'm in the precinct view now as a precinct chair. I'm going to look at the delegate vacancy report. This is the precinct that I'm in, so that's the precinct that I want. And here's my report. So it shows that I have 3 state delegates and 4 have actually been assigned. I've been allocated 4 county delegates and 5 have actually been assigned. So I actually have too many. If I had less, it would show the actual number. So if I had 2 state actual delegates, it would say 2 here. It would still be red. Red means that it's wrong. There's a discrepancy. You have the wrong number. So now I need to go back in and edit my precinct to get the right number. So